So today's video is going to be a video that I've kind of procrastinated filming for a while, and today I decided to make it for you guys, because why not? Today's video is my first ever story time on my channel, I guess you could say. I did a little one about my experience trying out for The Voice, but this is my story time. First official video. Yeah. Sorry, it is really hot in here because of my studio light. It's like shining on me, probably why I look a little weird right now, but it's okay. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Maya. I'm a lifestyle slash fashion slash beauty slash pretty much anything ever YouTuber. Yeah, that's me. Okay, pause. I wanted to quickly come on here and say that this is a collab with a girl named basically Julia here on YouTube. She's super pretty and nice and has an awesome channel. She'll also be making a paranormal video for you guys about her experiences too, so I'll leave her links in the description and you should go check her out after watching my video. So yeah, now let's get back to the video. Let me just start off by saying I am a firm believer in the spirit world, and if you're not, that is completely fine. Maybe you're just watching this for entertainment, maybe you're not. That is completely fine if you don't believe in this. I'm just sharing with you guys my experiences and what I've personally been through. You can debate anything down that you want in the comments. Tell me any logical explanations you think that you might have for these, and also feel free to share your personal paranormal experiences with everyone down in the comment sections. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe and go check out any of my previous videos. I'm sure there are some that you could watch, and yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into my paranormal experience. Let me turn on my fan, hold on. So we're going to talk about the very first big, huge paranormal experience I've ever had. We're going to start with the bigger ones and just like move down to the smaller paranormal experiences. The first ever paranormal experience that I ever had was with my brother, and it was when I was about probably 11 years old, and this was in my old house. Sorry, I feel weird talking about this. Basically all the lights were out and it was just me and him sleeping in the bedroom, and it was really dark, all the lights were out, a storm was going on, and we were just all really scared. And so I'm on the bottom bunk and he's on the top bunk, and we're just talking, trying to like stay awake because we're just kind of scared. So I'm just laying there and I look over to the door. It's like not a pitch black background like it should be because everything else in the house is dark. I'll insert a clip of what it looks like after I explain it, but it's like, you know, when you accidentally turn on the wrong channel on your TV and it just goes like this fizzy gray color. Yeah, that's what it looked like. That was the background. I'll insert a clip of what it looks like right here, but that was basically the background. And then there was a dark figure standing at the doorway. It was really tall. It was too tall to be my dad, and it was staring at us. I do not like telling this story and I do not like reliving this moment, but basically it's like my heart dropped to my stomach and I couldn't breathe, and I tried telling my brother, but he wouldn't let me talk for some reason. He just kept telling me to be quiet and to shut up and to just be quiet, and wouldn't let me talk. So we wake up the next morning, I'm still terrified, and he comes up to me and he tells me that he has to tell me something, and I tell him I have to tell you something too. But he goes first and he tells me that he was sorry that he kept telling me to be quiet and wouldn't let me talk. He was just really scared and didn't want me talking because there was a dark figure standing at our doorway. So he saw too. And that really freaked me out. Like, big time. It scared me. I was so scared. I was like, I saw it too. And I'm 15 now, but I can still remember this moment to this day of what that felt like, seeing that shadow, and it was just horrible, and I can still remember it. And let's move on to a few of the not as scary stories so that, you know, we can kind of calm down from that one, because I don't know if anybody knows what sleep paralysis is. If you don't, you can just go look it up, but I have had sleep paralysis before. I guess as one of my paranormal experiences, I was laying in the bed. You basically wake up and you see things that really aren't there, and you can't move and you can't breathe, and it's just not a good experience. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people would know what that was, but yeah, I've had it before and it's terrifying, and it's something you never want to experience. But I've had a few paranormal experiences in the house that I live in right now. None of them have taken place in my room, but they have taken places in other parts of my house, and one of those experiences, it is my stepmom doesn't really believe in paranormal experiences, but she has gone through a couple of these with me that have kind of freaked her out, and one of them was my kitchen and my laundry room are right beside each other. Basically, if you're in the kitchen, you can walk into the living room, into the laundry room through a door that comes from the kitchen, if that makes any sense. And we have our washer and dryer and then a door. And basically, if the dryer is open, you cannot open the garage door because it will block it if the dryer is open. So she was sitting there with the dryer open, shuffling clothes from the washer to the dryer, and the door was open, and I'm over here doing the dishes. So like, I'm here doing the dishes and she's here doing this, so like, we're basically communicating through this door that is open. I'm still doing my dishes or whatever, and she gets done doing the laundry, so she shuts the dryer door and basically just walks out and shuts the door that she gets done with the laundry and she shuts the dryer door, and then she comes into the kitchen and shuts the door that connects the laundry room and the kitchen. And basically, we're just still talking. She's doing things around the kitchen, and then she wants to go back into the laundry room because that's where our pantry is too. And so she opens up the door and she does a really big gasp, and I'm like, what? And she's just standing there. And so I walk over. We have like a chain lock and a lock on the garage door, and both of them are undone, and the door is wide open. No one was in there with us. The door couldn't have just been open while she was doing it, because number one, she would have noticed it, and number two, you can't open the door when the dryer is open. You just can't do it. So that is something that really freaked her and me out, and she thinks that there's some logical explanation. She can't even describe what that logical explanation would be yet, but to me, there's not really one. And honestly, in that kitchen and laundry room is where most of these little stories take place, so get ready. Mind you, didn't really start even experiencing anything really until we had a death in the family, and I'm not going to talk about that, but it's something that hits all pretty hard, and a lot of people say that spirits can linger on the earth when they have unfinished business. And one thing that had happened was I had a dream about this person talking to me and all that other stuff. I'm not going to go into detail about that because I really don't feel comfortable talking about it on the internet, but basically nothing really paranormal was happening in our house until this person passed. Was one thing that I wanted to throw in there that might make all of this make a little bit more sense. So one day I was cooking in the kitchen, again where this certain area of the house takes place, and there was a little glass pan type thing in the oven holding our dinner. And so I opened the oven when the dinner was ready, and I barely pulled out the little top of the oven, and it had biscuits in it, and you can stick a knife in the bread to make sure that it's done. And so basically I turned around to open up the drawer that has the knives in it, and as soon as I turned around, I heard a loud bang, and no one was in the kitchen with me. No one. Everyone was in the other room, and everybody was like, what was that? And I turned around, and the platter is flipped over with the dinner hanging off the edge of the oven. And there's no way, because I barely even pulled it out, and something would have had to impact the platter for it to like fall out, if that makes any sense. Like, there's no way it just slid and just like fell out. It can't. Like, I know it doesn't make a lot of sense right now just on the video if I can't show you what actually happened, but it can't. So that's one thing. And then this next thing actually happened pretty recently. My stepmom doesn't believe me. That's my little sister. My stepmom doesn't believe me. I try and tell her what happened a lot, and she still doesn't believe me because she doesn't believe in this stuff. But I know what I saw. We basically have one of those faucets that on the sink in the kitchen once again, and it's a faucet. Water comes out of it, and the handle, if you push it out, it sprays the water, and if you push it back in, it shuts the water off, basically. And if you turn it each way, it's like hot or cold, but basically push it out, turns on, push it back in, turns off. So that's the kind of faucet that we have. And I was doing the dishes one day, and I'm just sitting here, and I rinse off this one plate, and I bend over to put it in the dishwasher, and I'm, again, the only one in the kitchen, and I hear the faucet turn off. And I look, and the faucet's off. Like, it was blasting water, like, on the heaviest setting it can go, and it just turns off. But I literally say to my dad, not even kidding, I literally say to my dad, Dad, did the water just shut off in the house? And he goes, no, why? And I was like, oh, nothing, you know. So I look, and I don't know why I didn't notice this before, but the lever was pushed up. You know, somebody pushed this lever to turn this faucet off. It's not like the water just went off. Somebody, you know, pushed the lever. Sorry, I had to fix my camera. I don't know what it was doing. But basically that's what happened, and I was like, okay, that's really weird, you know, maybe I just like, maybe my mind's making up something, I don't know. So about 1.5 weeks later, I'm doing the dishes again, and I'm literally rinsing out a cup. Literally, this is what I'm doing. I'm rinsing out the cup. And with my own eyes, guys, this faucet was on full blast, and she doesn't believe me about this because obviously it sounds freaking crazy, right? Like, obviously this just doesn't happen. I see the lever with my own eyes go from all the way on, pushed out, to thunk up real fast. Turns the faucet off. Literally, I watch the lever go from outward where it's on and the water's coming out to push itself up really fast all the way up, and the water just shuts off again. This is when I like freaked out. I felt like I was gonna faint. I felt like I was gonna puke. I was literally, I had to get out of the kitchen. I could not do the dishes anymore. I freaked out to my stepmom. She didn't believe me, and I didn't really know what else to do because, you know, she didn't believe me. So what else was I supposed to do? It was really, really freaky, and I didn't really have another way to explain it. I saw what I saw, and I don't think that I was making up stuff in my head. I just don't think that that's how it played out. I think, you know, there was more to it, and another paranormal experience that we've had was I have a little 1-year-old sister, and at about this time, she was probably like 7 or 8 months old, probably about 6 months, I don't know, but this was shortly after that family member had passed, like I said. And she would lay in the bed with my stepmom, and my stepmom was like, hey, you know, there's this one corner that she keeps staring and laughing at, and it's kind of freaking me out, and I don't know what's going on, you know, maybe so-and-so is up there, you know, making her laugh and stuff. Just keeps like, just looking up there and, you know, like laughing and giggling, and I was like, that's weird, like, and I was thinking in my head, you know, maybe she's kind of making up this, maybe she's exaggerating just to like freak me out, you know, she jokes about how I believe in all this stuff, and she doesn't all the time, so I thought that maybe that was going on. So one night, you know, my dad wasn't home, and it was pretty late at night, and she called me into her room, and she was like, hey, she's doing that thing where she stares at the corner again, and I'm like, oh, that's weird, you know, so I'm just chilling on her bed, and we're talking, and she hasn't done it yet. We're just sitting there, and all of a sudden she goes, hey, Maya, look, and like taps on me, and I look at Clara, and she's staring at this one corner. She's like, this is the same corner. She's staring at this one corner, like, with the most blank face ever. Like, not even kidding. Most blank face ever. And I was like just staring at her, like, that's how I was staring at her. So I'm just like staring at her, and all of a sudden she just burst out laughing. Now this kid has a very good laugh. She loves laughter. She laughs all the time, but she doesn't ever laugh on her own. She laughs when you make her laugh. She's just laughing, like just literally laughing. She does this about 3 times, and we're just kind of getting freaked out. And the final time that she does it, she stares for the longest time we've ever seen her stare before, and then literally throws herself back, like laughing so hard, like somebody just tickled her or something, like laughing so hard. And then we're like, okay, that's it, that's done. Like, we got out of the room. We're like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We left, and yeah, she's done it a few times since, but it was really, really creepy. Sorry if you can hear noises in the background. It's my family. Yeah. So let's move on to some paranormal experience I've had in my mom's house, which she lives a few hours away from me, and she and my stepdad believe in the paranormal too. I guess you could say they believe in all that stuff too, and they've had their own paranormal experiences, which I won't talk about their paranormal experiences because that's for them, but they've told me some of theirs, and they go beyond mine, like, not even kidding. I hope I don't have to go through that. So when I'm alone at my mom's house, or when I'm sleeping at my mom's house, I always feel really off, and this is honest. I always feel really off about something. Nothing is quite right, and I just know that there are spirits present. I can feel it, if that makes any sense. I can just feel when something's not right. One paranormal experience that was had, now I asked my stepdad to send me this video, but unfortunately he ran out of space on his phone and had to delete it. I know it sounds like something you wouldn't believe me now because I'm so upset that I can't give you guys the evidence, but I just can't. I mean, it wasn't really evidence anyways, but basically he was outside in the garage talking to someone that had just come over. Basically, he was talking to a friend that had a family friend outside that had come over, and my little brother was watching TV in the living room in his high chair. Mind you, he was little. He cannot get out of his high chair. The pets were outside. We only have a dog and a cat, and they were not even inside the house. They were outside with my stepdad in the garage because they just like to chill out there, I guess. I don't know. But they were out there. And so my stepdad and his friend come inside. And basically my stepdad and my mom used to travel a lot for their jobs. So basically they would always buy these DVDs for hotels because of the cable and stuff. So they had this huge shelf just full of all these DVDs that they've collected and bought and everything like that, sitting in the living room beside the TV. So they come in, and literally, kid you not, the last 2 rows of the shelf at the bottom were all knocked down. Every DVD was laying on the ground. The pets were outside. My little brother cannot get out of his high chair. And the reason how they found this out was they came in and my little brother had wide eyes, looked like he was so scared, and was just pointing to the shelves. And he walked in and he took a video on his phone and he said, you know, I walked in and this is what happened, you know, and then he pointed it to the shelves and he was like, this is what it looks like. All of them are knocked down. Bradley was pointing to the shelves and he was all freaked out. Ooh, it freaked me out when I saw the video because no one could have knocked down the shelves. Like, it just didn't make any sense. So yeah, that's all the paranormal experiences that I can really think of in my head today. I know that they're not super duper interesting, like, or anything, but that's all that I have for today. Like I said, debate down in the comments, share your experiences down in the comments, and tell me what you thought of this video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and yeah, I will see you guys in next week's video. And sorry if I seemed really weird in this video. I'm usually really good at filming. I'm usually not shy in front of the camera. I usually do really good in front of the camera and good with filming. But I don't know if it was the vibe. I don't know if it was just filming this video. I might have to refilm it because I was off in this video for some reason. Like, my mind was somewhere else. I don't quite know why. I mean, I attempted to film this a while back and I just didn't upload it because I didn't feel comfortable. I felt like I looked really weird in front of the camera. And that's probably how I'm going to film editing this video. Anyways, yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Stay tuned for next week's video. I love you guys so much, and bye.